Good morning, my lovely students. Today in this session we are going to move into activity 2 to discover the bee society. But let's make a back up. In the previous sessions we have mentioned that the bee is an insect. Do you remember that? So the bee is an insect because it has 3 pairs of legs, means 6 legs. Thanks, Abdul Qadir. It has 2 pairs of wings and 3 body parts. So if an insect or if an invertebrate has the following properties, it means that this invertebrate is an insect. So the bee is an insect because it has the following characteristics. Now let's observe and read the text about this bee. The bee is a unique insect. It is raised for the honey it makes from flowers' nectar. As we know before that the bee, of course, it can move from one flower to another to collect and gather the nectar to make honey. Where does the bee live? This bee lives in a society which can be natural or artificial hive. The habitat of the bee is called the beehive. Each beehive, let's please now focus on this huge number of bees that it contains. This beehive may contain from 40,000 to 60,000 bees. What a great or huge number is that. Each beehive, the beehive, may contain about 40,000 to 60,000 bees. And as we said before that the bee gathers and collects the nectar because of its trunk, the trunk that it sucks or absorbs the nectar. It has no nose or mouth, okay? It has a trunk called proboscis. And then returns to the hive to turn into honey. This is an information about the society of bee or where does it live. Now, let's look or make an observation for this honeycomb or the beehive. This is called a honeycomb. Each honeycomb may contain or made of small chambers of wax called alveoli. These wax or these squares that they contain wax are called alveoli. You know that honeycomb, right? These bees use these chambers for storing food. So these chambers or these rooms, for example, chamber means room. These chambers or rooms, why are they used for? They are used for storing food and laying the bee eggs. So these chambers are for storing food and laying eggs. Now, in part B, we have to recognize and identify the inhabitants of the hive. Which parts of the bees live in the hive? Who can tell me now by observing this document how many kinds of bees are there? Look at this document and tell me how many kinds of bees are there. Huda, Abdul Qadir, how many kinds of bees are there?
There is 3, the queen and the drone and the worker.
Excellent, Abdul Qadir, thanks a lot, teacher. So there are 3 kinds of bees: the queen bee, the drones, and the workers. Let's recognize their properties. But now, before that, who can remind me now what is the number of bees inside a hive? Who Who can tell me? Please remind the number that we said before. What is the number of bees that a hive contains?
Teacher.
What is the number of bees in a hive?
Teacher, in the hive,
Yes?
14 to 16 bees.
Yes, excellent. 40,000 to 60,000 bees. Thanks, Haura. Mute yourself again. 40,000 to 60,000 bees. Excellent, teacher. So, look at this huge number. Now, in this hive, I have 3 kinds of bees. Let's recognize the first part. The queen that has a crown. Only one in the hive. Look, Ali Sadiqi. So, in this huge number, we can find only one queen for the whole hive. So, the queen is the mother of the colony. Its abdomen, this is the part, or this is the abdomen, okay? This part is called abdomen. The abdomen of the bee. I lay more than 2,000 eggs each day. The queen is responsible only for laying eggs. So the queen is one in this colony, and it can lay about 2,000 eggs per day. In one day it can lay 2,000 eggs. What is its lifespan? How does it live? Or what is the lifespan? It can live from 3 to 4 years. The queen bee can live from 3 to 4 years. Now, so the queen, please I will repeat again. The queen, Ali Sadiqi, is only one in the whole hive. Only one queen. What is its role? What can it do? So it lays all the eggs, about 2,000 eggs per day, and it can live from 3 to 4 years. Now, the next kind, this is the first one. The next kind is called the drones. The drones are few, a little number, okay? Few drones are there here, but the drones are the male part. Look at its properties. The drone has big eyes. Look at its eyes are big. Also big abdomen. The tongue does not allow to pick the nectar of flowers. It cannot pick the nectar or collect the nectar. What is its role? It is the male of the bee, as we said. It fertilizes the queen. It mates with the queen. Now, the third part is called the workers. The workers are many. All the other bees in the colony are called workers. What can they do? Of course, they have small size. Look at the worker size. They have small size. What about their lifespan? They live from 4 to 8 weeks. Only about 2 months. Okay? Only about 1 to 2 months. They live only, the workers, from 1 to 2 months. What do? They do all the work. For example, they are cleaner. They clean the colony, nurturer, babysitter, cell builder, and nectar gathering. So they make all the work in the colony. They take care of the young bees, they take care of the eggs, they store the food, they clean their hive by their proboscis. As we said before, the trunk that the bee has to collect the nectar is called proboscis. So, as we said that the bee lives in a hive, and this hive may be natural or artificial. Also, It may contain from 40,000 to 60,000 bees. This hive may contain or include a honeycomb, which is made of small rooms or chambers of beeswax. These beeswax are called alveoli. Alveoli are the wax. So, also in this hive there are, or we can find, different kinds of bees. These kinds are the queen, the drones, and the workers. Let's move now to answer the questions based on these two documents. The first question is, indicate where do bees live. I can't choose till I found about at least 10 students raising their hands. Where do bees live based on the documents? Okay, Isam, where do bees live?
Miss B, bees live in the hive.
Very excellent, teacher. Thanks a lot, teacher. I love you so much. The bees live in the hive or in a beehive. Excellent. What can we call now, the next question, the chambers or the rooms made by the bee? What do we call these rooms or small chambers? What are they called? Haura, what are they called? What are these chambers called? Alveoli, excellent, or the wax rooms or wax chambers. Excellent, teacher, thanks a lot. Now, how many bees are there? What are the kinds of bees in the colony? Rama, what are the bees kinds?
Yes, the queen, the drone, the worker.
Excellent. How many queens are in a hive?
Only one in the hive.
Excellent, teacher. Can you tell me, Rama, what is the work of the queen? What can the queen do?
Yes, the queen lay eggs.
Very excellent, teacher. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Abdul Qadir, what about the drones? Look at the drones in the next document. Are they few or many? Few drones. What can the drones do?
Fertilize the queen.
Very excellent. They fertilize and mate with the queen. Very excellent, students. Who can tell me now in the last time, what is the job of the workers? What can workers do? No, I have to find other students, please. Okay, Hisham.
Teacher, the work means work in the hive.
Excellent. Make all the work in the hive. For example, like what, Hisham? So this is all about the queen bee, the drone, and the workers. I will write now the answers in order to write them on your books. Thanks for you.